Chapter 2, Food, Basic Concept. Life can be sustained only with adequate nourishment. Man needs food for growth, development, and to lead an active, productive, and healthy life. 1. The general composition of a food as well as the way in which the components are organized give a food its individual characteristics. 2. There are three main groups of constituents in foods: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and derivatives of these. 3. The above constituents occur in foods naturally. Nutrients are essential constituents of food that must be supplied to the body in suitable amounts. There are around 40 essential nutrients, which are placed in 5 categories. These are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. The nature, functions, food sources of each one of them is as follows. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, from hydrates of carbon, are organic compounds essentially made of 3 elements, i.e., carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Carbohydrates are widely distributed in plant foods. They are mainly present in these foods in the form of 3 types of compounds called as sugars, starches, and fiber. All these carbohydrates are made up of some basic simple units. Fiber is the non-available carbohydrate. Fiber helps in elimination of unabsorbed food and prevention of diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart diseases. One prominent example of a basic unit is glucose. Food sources. The list includes cereals and millets, roots and tubers, some fruits, sweeteners like cane sugar, jaggery, and honey. Cereals and millets are the major source of carbohydrates in Indian diets. All cereals like wheat, rice, and millets contain considerable amount of starch. Functions. Some of the important functions of carbohydrates are energy-giving, protein-sparing action, and utilization of fats. Though proteins can be broken down in the body to meet the energy need, but an insufficient amount of carbohydrates in the diet will force
regulation, protection, body, building, energy, psychological, physiological, social, the body to break down proteins for releasing energy. Some amount of carbohydrate is needed for the proper utilization of fat in the body. Proteins. Protein is the most abundant component in the human body. It is made up of compounds called amino acids, which are also referred to as the building block of proteins. The linkage of individual amino acids together in long chains forms proteins. The quality of food protein depends on the proportion of essential and non-essential amino acids. Those amino acids which cannot be manufactured by the body are called essential amino acids, and those which can be manufactured by the body are called non-essential amino acids. Proteins can be divided into essential and non-essential. Proteins are essential to all life. In animals, they help form supporting and protective structures such as cartilage, skin, nails, hair, and muscle. They are major constituents of enzymes, antibodies, many hormones, and body fluids such as blood, milk, and egg white. Fats. Oils. Fats are a group of chemical compounds that contain the fatty acids. They are composed of the fatty acids and glycerol. They do not form long molecular chains, and they do not contribute structural strength to plant and animal tissues. Fats are smooth, greasy substances that are insoluble in water. Fat is mainly fuel source for the animal or plant in which it is found, or for the animal that eats it. It contains about 21/4 times the calories found in an equal dry weight of protein or carbohydrate. Fat always has other substances associated with it in natural foods, such as the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Vitamins. Vitamins help in protecting our bodies from various kinds of diseases. They also help in keeping our eyes, gums, bones, and teeth in good shape. Minerals. Minerals are used by the body to perform various functions like building strong bones, maintaining the heartbeat, making hormones, etc. The major 5 minerals are calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. Examples of mineral-rich foods include leafy vegetables, fish, beans, etc. Dietary fibers/roughage. While dietary fibers do not provide any such nutrition to our bodies, but nevertheless are an important component of food. They help in easy absorption of food, help in movement of bowel, and prevent constipation. It helps our body get rid of undigested food. Cereals, fruits, and vegetables are some of the roughage-rich foods. Water performs the essential function of absorbing nutrients from our food. It also helps in releasing waste from our body in form of sweat and urine. Food groups. In the previous chapter you had studied about the components of foods called nutrients that are needed by the body in adequate amounts in order to grow, reproduce, and lead a normal healthy life. Each nutrient has its own function to perform in the body, but more than one nutrient may also perform the same function. All individuals need the same nutrients for the same body functions. Variation in the diet has to be provided according to the age, sex, activity, taste, etc. So let us see how these varieties can be brought about. For planning meals, the foods available can be broadly divided into 3 groups from the functional point of view. These are 1. Energy-yielding foods, 2. Bodybuilding foods, 3. Protective foods. ICMR 5 food groups. Foods are grouped together because they provide similar amounts of the key nutrients of that food group. To meet the nutrient requirements essential for good health, you need to eat a variety from each of the 5 food groups daily, in the recommended amounts. It is not necessary to eat from each food group at every meal. It is also important to enjoy a variety of foods within each of the 5 food groups because different foods vary in the amount of the key nutrients that it provides. Basic 5 food group, suggested by ICMR are 1. Cereals, millets, and pulses, 2. Vegetables and fruits, 3. Milk and milk products, egg, meat and fish, 4. Oils, fats, 5. Nuts, oilseeds. This was all of Unit 2. Thanks for listening.